All right. Oh my goodness. Huh. Hold on, just 1 second, folks. Check out this cool render that I did. This is a Macarena stream. It's going to be a Macarena stream, but in classic ADHD fashion, I have. It's the Sabbath, and I haven't. I'm so bad. I haven't put on my yarmulke. And I guess I generally, I'm tired of these, Nazis that are pretending that they're not, down with Hitler and stuff like that. So I kind of, people who know me know that I wear a yarmulke all the time. Yeah, and and one of the basic reasons is, growing up here, where I did grow up, is there's here's your famous closeted Nazi type, right? That I had to live with growing up. It's like they're members of what's called the John Birch Society, and you can Google them, and they're like, we're not anti-Semitic, right? Well, I was around these kids in high school or whatever, and they hate Jews, and they hate foreigners, hate black people, right? And they're fascinated by the Nazis, and they endlessly go to the hobby stores and buy swastika-covered plastic models and assemble them and pretend, to be having blitzkriegs and stuff like that. And they're in the John Birch Society, and they go in the public and they scream to the top of their lungs that they're not anti-Semitic, right? So imagine having to live with those kind of people that live a lie, a sinister lie, right? And you're developing friendships with them and so on. Eventually it's going to come out. And I got to a point where I was like, it's saddening to me to have to try to conform and hide something so I can have friends in the deep South or whatever like that. But I would like to give this as a testament to history, because I know if you're isolated from these John Birchers and everything, of course, there's some John Birchers that may really actually believe that they're not anti-Semitic, or they don't even know what it means. But they think, well, the ones that I am a personal witness of their conduct and their behavior, they say they're not anti-Semitic, but they're like, yeah, Jews, we support Israel, and we want all the Jews to move into Israel for Armageddon, right? That's the caveat. At the end, we'll get them all in one place, right? And then they have to convert to Christianity, and then Armageddon's going to come, and we'll attack them with nuclear weapons, and it'll be like in the book of Revelation, right? And they'll all be incinerated, and the ones that have converted to Christianity, of course, will blissfully float up to heaven, and the rest of them will be sent to eternal perdition, right? But we're not anti-Semitic. You don't want to spend your life with those kind of people, and I didn't expect to be living down here. I actually came over here to take care of some very sick people that were not getting any support in their community, and I was here with a frighteningly sick high school friend, very, very close friend for many years, and all his family, nobody would even talk to him. They're like, what's the use of this guy? He can't work, he's on welfare, right? Probably, it's like would not even answer the phone for him, when he died, we put the notice out, the paper, the funeral home sent, none of his family. It was almost it was like 8 years, and then somebody was like, "Is he?" I started looking for him like 8 years later. Can we go over to his house and steal stuff from him? He must be really out of it by now. All right. Makes me very sick. But anyway, so I don't. Yeah, I don't want to hide and say, it's like another thing. If you get to know me, like I grew up with this Jewish friend, not Jewish, right? But I mean, very, very ethnically, he looks very Jewish, and but he shaves his hair, and all this stuff like that. But he was in this messianic Jewish thing, Jews for Judaism, and extremely right wing and extremely conservative, and always on Jesus, 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 Jesus. We don't have to worry about pollution and industrialization and everything like that, because the world's coming to an end, right? And that's this classic issue that you face with this whole messy thing we call messianism. Right? We don't have to care about pollution or the environment or whatever like that, because everything is going to correct itself by the power of God, right? So I had to endure this guy. I mean, I wanted to have him for a friend. He's preferable to somebody that's like accusing me of being a communist or something like that, ready to slit my throat, or at least rip me off for small personal possessions while dancing with a depraved abandon in the vicinity of a 6-foot pile of transistor radios, each one tuned to a different station. That goes to for anybody who gets that, there's some people that say they're Greek or they're Italian, but if you look at them and you look at their lives and their message and how they reflect society back on itself, you have to question, are you sure you're Italian, or maybe you're Jewish, right? But you're assimilated. And that goes to, well, Jewish means different things to different people. But anyway, look at this cool render that I made. And this is one of the issues that I talk about. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this very cool planet here, or moon, as it were, is like the part that I worked on or whatever and did and cultivated really is the actual planet surface here itself, and this water and stuff. But the software, I think it includes a bunch of moons in the library, and if I'm not mistaken, this is one of the moons that you kind of drop in, and also this galactic ring or whatever. It's like a preset, right? So. But it looks very cool, and that was one of the things you always want to fall back on or whatever. And it was kind of, Mojo World had that phenomena of sort of, when you're working in it, it had the look that it was Mojo World, that you could identify it. And that's part of the reason. Because there's stuff in there that comes along with it to kind of help you along, that you end up using all the time. And if the software had survived, people would have developed better documentation for a lot of the scale and ratio problems that you deal with to get good effects within Mojo World. But because it died out as an application, a lot of needed documentation was never written for it. But I have stubbornly and persistently continued to use it. You can see that I have it in I'm running it on Windows XP Professional and VMware on a virtual machine. And it can be run on Windows 10. It can be. But you got to make sure that you get some version from Russia, from the Russian internet. I was told, a Russian person told me in virtual reality that in Russia, yeah, it's still popular, and that people still have it and still use it and have the latest versions before it ceased to be sold or supported. Its creator died, Musgrave passed away or whatever. But it's to me, it's too important in the history of the development of the field of fractal geometry for it to just go off into oblivion. So I encourage young people to get excited about it. Perhaps go out and in virtual reality find a Russian who can go grab it from you from a Russian-ware site or abandonware site, and help you get the latest one. Because if you don't get the last, like the reason I'm running this on an XP virtual machine is because what I have here running here is actually, I think, a copy of what I bought that I actually paid for. And I never, because I was in China, I never got the last updates or whatever. But, you know, I loved it, and I aspired to do great things with it. And mediocrity, maybe. But anyway, I just wanted to share it with you. And so having said that, we want to get into a little bit of Mech Arena. Now, you know, I'm trying to get more observant of the Sabbath. And I want to say a little bit about dopamine detox. I have hyperactivity, which I think, you know, I came to the conclusion, and you probably heard me say this before, that it's really a blessing. Okay, look, Mech Arena's even running. Okay, cool. All right, so because I was observing during my last months at this elementary school, you know, I was working with the problem kids, and I saw a little girl that could do astounding addition of numbers in the billions correctly at extremely high speed. She never turned in a single problem that was done correctly. Either she would turn in a blank paper, or she would turn in something where every digit was wrong. Right. And toward the end of the year, I just kind of happened to catch her because I was on the learning management system, and I saw these huge correct sums, blink, blink, popping across on her account. You know, they were, you're correct, you're correct, you're correct, and it wasn't flagging. I was like, well, oh, she's on luck. And I was expecting that flag to come up to say, you know, contact the student because they need assistance, which it does. If a student is on IXL and they are putting the wrong answer in over and over again, it sets off an alarm on the teacher's dashboard. You know, you need to go to this kid now, and because they're putting in lots of wrong stuff, and it's specifically in this area. Right, that's why I think it's useful. And I was like, I was waiting for a wrong answer, and they were all coming up right. And they were usually what these sums were sums in excess of 50 billion. They're just big enough where a Windows calculator is going to make the result go to times 10 to something. You know, they put an E to the 15 or something, or E to the 9 or something like that, E to the 10, and it's this long decimal, right? And so they can't put that on a milestones test. So the big sums in IXL like that are to make sure that they're really doing it themselves. Well, I actually ran down the hall to see, because if I knew, if I went to the school math coach and I said, look what she's doing, he'd be, she's not doing that. Somebody else had logged in on her thing. Did you actually see her doing that? Well, so I ran down the hall. I was inside the building, looked in the window, and there that little girl was. And I was like, you know what? Let me go back and let me see if I can add these obscenity word problems as fast as she can, because I was frustrated over there in the system, and I didn't like the way she was being treated. And I admired her. You know, she would tell you if you had a real comment. She's like, I'm not doing this. I'm you know, it's like nonviolent non-cooperation. You want me to write something? You're gonna stand here and yell at me until I write it? Okay, I'm gonna write everything I'm gonna write is wrong. Absolutely down to the last digit. Not a single digit will be correct. And I admire that. You know, she took a firm position and she stood by it. It's like a 10-year-old, you know. And then, unbeknownst to everybody, she does know how to do it right. Right? And man, I went to PE and I said, come on, can you just study? Because my office was next to the former library, which had been converted into a gym. So, um, I had written down one of the problems on a piece of paper that I had seen done, and I knew I just want you to do this problem, and it was a problem that she had just done, and she had done it correctly, and I had seen her doing it, And she sat down on that problem, and I said, no pressure, just just do that one problem, and you go back to PE. And so, okay, so, and I looked at that, and yeah, every single digit was incorrect, every last one. And now I just kept it there for her. I contemplated it, and then all of a sudden, this was the where I was just like about to crack my skull. All of a sudden, I said, "Oh, wait a minute! This first digit here, if she had read this 9 as a 4, she would have got this digit, and if she didn't carry, she would have got this." And I went down, and in that big sum, there were 7 things that had been done where she derived that incorrect answer by a deliberate application of violation of each principle. She's thinking circles around you, right? And I could not add as fast as she was adding. I was like, I'm ready to leave this building because I don't like the way she's been treated, and I don't like the way that I'm being treated. That I would have to, and yeah, the math coach, God bless him, he's like, I don't have time for these kids that are playing with me games and stuff like that. They got no sense, and I'm like, man, we're gonna have to make time because this, it's think of it, it's hemorrhaging money. Everybody's getting their salary, and it's just going on and on and on, and ain't nothing getting done, no results, right? And the kid wants to be free. Me too. I want to be free too. And her poor mom had got so many calls, disciplinary calls, right? We're going to throw her out of school. We're going to throw her out of school. We're going to throw her out of school. Her mom was just like, I got to turn off this phone. She would not answer a single call. And I have waited for a long, I really think about her mom often, and I really want to talk to her. But down to now, I have not even attempted because in the end, the people calling to get her daughter a whipping for not doing her work so many times, she's like, I need to change my phone number. And I have to say that to a certain degree, these teachers don't know what they're licensed by the state, right, and certified and stuff like that. And I've been an eyewitness that they're doing stuff by the book, and it's not working, right? But they have to do that, right, because that's the law, right? Slavery is what it is. That's why maybe it's not supposed to work. They're not supposed to be producing smart people, because smart people start asking questions, and they don't want questions to be asked, especially difficult questions that reveal things that's going on that they don't want to call attention to. All right. So, having said that, I went through, and I started to tell people, oh yeah, I was diagnosed ADHD. Yeah, I have it. Whatever. A lot of my family has it. We were diagnosed with it, and stuff like that. To see how they will behave. And then people are like, oh, it's a chink in his armor, right? He's mentally, and something wrong with him or something like that. And he doesn't take his medication. He won't follow medical advice. To hell with y'all. I'm thinking circles around you, right? And I would like, if I could do nothing else, is on an ADHD gaming stream, is to let kids know, if you don't let people tell you that you got a mental problem or something like that. It's like that problem is the problem they have getting their paycheck if you don't perform, what you're supposed to do for them as a slave to them, in order that they serving their masters will get their little crumbs from off the table. Feel good about yourself, right? And especially if you're out here gaming and you're like, definitely learn how to stream, man. If you can really do things really fast and yeah, great hand-eye coordination, stuff like that, man, you're a born entertainer. Get out here and do it. Entertain people. Embrace, and that's part of what I'm trying to do here is trying to encourage people to, you know, it's like if you're a wild jungle island savage from the land of the headhunters, man, play it for all it's worth. Don't sit up. Don't go somewhere and go, I know you're thinking that I'm a wild jungle island headhunter. You know, because you're racist and all and you feel all down and all oppressed and everything like that. No, embrace it. Say, would you like to come to my house and see my javelin? We could have a javelin practice. Want to check out my boomerang? Scared, Let me show you my cook pot. Play it for all it's worth. And this is one of the things that I'm noticing about William Games and Harvey Kurtzman. I feel discomfort at like some of the representations that you get of Chinese and the dehumanization of Africans and Chinese in Mad Magazine, right? But check it out. Mad Magazine is satirizing the acceptable racism, right? They're making a joke of it. Right? And when they're in Hawaii, it's Ukapalahanga, and when they're in the Wild West, the Indian tribes are the Ukapalawanga, right? And then they're in Skull Island of Ping Pong. It's like not King Kong, but Ping Pong. It's like the Ukabalakanga, and when it's Ukabalabanga, and then it's and what it's saying is like the first thing that you get in this media when you represent another culture is some crap made up by white people that doesn't exist and tells you nothing about the Indians of the Wild West. And if you were watching the show, we went through the Lone Stranger, and the Indians, the following the chief Ukabalawanga, right, capture the Lone Stranger, and they're going to burn him at the stake, right? And all they're hooping and hopping and jumping around, and they're closing in on him and all that stuff. And he's like, oh, here comes Chief Ukabalawanga, and he's like wrapped up in this poncho, right, with a pipe sticking out of it. He's like, but I know it's probably secretly Pronto, my faithful assistant, right? And he's getting closer and closer or whatever and he's like, what he's going to do is he's going to trick him. He's going to get right in the middle, and he's going to release me. And then at the last moment, sure enough, he rips back the poncho, and it's Pronto. Oh, I knew it was my old pal Pronto, right? And he's like, yeah, but I am really Chief Ukabalawanga, and sets the Lone Stranger on fire, kills him, right? And what it underscores, what the brilliance and the genius, I think, of William Games, their satire, they're making fun of norms like. If you were on the show the day that I was going over the Black and Blue Hawks, right? And I was saying, I'm uncomfortable with this, but it was like part of the thing is like we want to say, we have been saying in the mainstream that Chinese are the source of all evil, right? And around the turn of the century, the Chinese, the Tibetans and everything in the literature, Pulp Fiction and so on, and the culture, they were demonized because really they're sitting on a lot of resources, and you don't want people that you're planning to colonize and imperialize. You don't want your population, the people that are going to compose your military imperial forces, to have any scruples about exterminating them to a man. So Chinese people were represented as very evil. One of the telling things from way back is Sax Rohmer creates a Chinese character in Control the Mafia or whatever called Fu Manchu. Now the Fubai, right, in Mandarin, right, it means rotten, and it has the distinction as a Chinese character of having the human flesh radical in it. So it's like when you use Fu Bai, the Fu, like this Fu Manchu, right? It's like rotten, right? And then Manchu, what Manchu is a mispronunciation of what ethnic group was in control of China at the time when they were being demonized. Manchu is Manzu, which are the northern barbarians that invaded China, overthrew the Ming Dynasty, and during the period of British colonization in the Indian subcontinent and everything around Africa or whatever, and imposing the Opium Wars on China and stuff, the Qing were the Manchurians. They were the Man minority of the north, the northern barbarians that had actually overthrown a decadent previous Chinese dynasty, a Ming dynasty. They overthrew it, and they held the country under a Manchurian government with the mandate of heaven, which is very, very cruel and ruthless, and the Chinese wanted to overthrow them. So to represent, you see what's going on there. In the literature, it's like, well, you want to learn about the Chinese? Here's the Chinese, Fu Manchu, right? And underneath the laundry, Chinese laundry, where you're taking your laundry, there's a tunnel, and there's like a hive of all these infesting insect Chinese people controlled by the evil, rotten Manchurian, which is what his name is, right? And I assure you, the laundry, having lived in China for 7 years, the laundry that you saw in Brooklyn or whatever, run by Chinese or whatever, tells you a lot more about real Chinese culture than Fu Manchu. Fu Manchu doesn't tell you anything. It's simply a method whereby the mainstream media dehumanizes people that the leadership wants out of the way. In other words, the plan, if you read Jack London's Unparalleled Invasion, it was just generally assumed that the whole Chinese race had to be exterminated from the world with biological weapons. And that was just the norm of the mainstream. So when you see these representations, I have, and what I have done, and I want to, as I go through this material of Mad Magazine, as I go through it, what I want to try to begin to do is touch on stuff that's a little bit more incendiary, which is we went over what the Black and Blue Hawks and Chinese racism in the Black and Blue Hawks. Well, that's a parody of the Black Hawks, and the Black Hawks did in fact have a Chinese mascot, because since we were at war with Japan or whatever, all of a sudden we wanted to say, oh, Chinese are okay. But we have to draw the Chinese as mentally retarded pinheads. In the early cinema, we have this appearance of on the famous movie Freaks, of children and adults with Down syndrome, and they were called pinheads, right? So in the real Black Hawks comic book, the real one. Like you think what the Mad Magazine was doing is it was satirizing the mainstream racism in the Black Hawks, that they were like, okay, well, Chinese have to be good, but they have to be like a little mascot. So they portray him as a pygmy in the Mad Magazine with buck teeth and thick glasses or something. But in the real comic book, he's an obese pinhead with Down syndrome kind of look to him or whatever. And I'd like, I'm trying to come up with a way in the layout where I can present these side by side and show how the satire works, because it really even makes it funnier, and I think it shines some light on why Entertaining Comics, or EC, was put at the center of the Comics Code maelstrom, right? That ended with EC being, taking the body blows or whatever. EC Comics were really doing stuff that, well, yeah, some people might say, we don't like you talking about that because it subverts our program. And you're Jewish. I sort of suspect that. I can't prove it. But I think it becomes very probable when you really lay out what they were doing, how they were put on the spot. They took, as a company, they took the body blows for EC Comics and had to change and everything like that. But ultimately, a lot of gory comics got made. Right, a lot of violent, nasty, disgusting comics got made that, and they came up with this thing called the Comics Code, right? And you got a stamp of approval, and that way they just said, well, okay, parents, you can look at the comic book cover. You don't have to read the comic book, right? We don't want you to read it, actually, because we're indoctrinating your children, right? Right? But if it's got this, we'll regulate ourselves, and if it's got the stamp of approval of the Comics Code, right, then you'll know. And then if it doesn't have the stamp of approval, you better take a closer look at it, you know. And so Warren, Vampirella, Conan the Barbarian, the big black and white magazines, they were ones that they didn't get the stamp of approval. Sometimes they had nudity, right? And they were horror comics. And what is it? The real gore comic books. It's not. I don't want to say it's Warren, but it's the one they did. Eerie. They did Tales of Voodoo and stuff like that. They had a Melvin guy working with them too. I can't. I'm trying to remember. I'm gonna look it up. But it's interesting. I think it's very telling that if you go back and you look at horror comics as they were being done by EC, and then you compare them with stuff that was sort of okay, like I chopped her head off or something like that, in these eerie comics, you know, it's quite shocking, you know, and it opens, it brings open to question a lot of things about policy. All right, so let's go on. And as I said, I'm embracing. I'm sort of, and I hope that kids that are being persecuted because they have ADHD and they're being forced to medicate and stuff like that, rebel. Go ahead and embrace and be as ADHD as you want. You know, we need to what we all need to do is band together and make ADHD school where you can't get in the school unless you have ADD and ADHD. Right, and then make the school just be like so much better than all the other schools and outperform all the other schools, right? And they, you know, you don't want to, that's sort of revenge oriented. We don't want to be revenge oriented. I think it's important to show, but you don't want to turn the tables and then have the ADHD people oppress the people that are not blessed to have the capabilities of somebody with ADHD, as we are. All right, so kill 25 mechs. I did that. Wow. Deal in the battle fund. I've dealt 2,800,000 damage. That's, yeah, considering that's a lot of mechs, I guess. A lot of them, I guess. I have not memorized the hit point ranges. I know that some of these bozos have these mechs that have like, yeah, a lot more hit points than my mechs have. Because you see when I'm like curious. Let me just walk up to you. I know I'm interested to see. I'm walking up to a mech with a full magazine, right? Just calmly and coolly, I'm gonna walk up to you. I've got a full magazine, and you maybe even have a partial magazine, right? You've already been shooting at me, right? I have a full magazine. I'm not gonna try to get out of the way. I'm gonna completely empty both magazines into you, twice, and if you still blow me up. Right? It's not balance. Right? Why did you get matched with me, man? With that kind of firepower or whatever like that? You mean to tell me you got one partial magazine, I unload 2 magazines into you, and then you blow me up? Some ain't balance in there. I have to say. Don't say ain't, cause ain't a word. Damn right it ain't. I'm gonna ain't you upside your head in about 10 seconds. Here we go. All right. So one thing I was curious about is You know what I struggle with a live show is in the hierarchy. Like I want a way to move to top like instantaneously to be able to and what I'm talking about is like I've got these that I'm about to drop in. Okay, let's get some music going. Oh Lord, did you see me? I clicked a different mag. Okay, that's all right. Y'all come on down here. I'm not coming out with this. This is Heifer Man. It's just like a, you know how it looks like a Volkswagen or fiberglass or something? Yeah, it is. Mathemagic, what you doing? Good. Who were you shooting at? I hope it wasn't me because you were not aiming. Fast pace, man. That's my bro. Oh no. Hey, look at you. Charmed, I'm sure. I got long arms here. And I still have not popped my EMP. I'm gonna try not to do that until it really counts, until somebody walks up where I'm is. Killing spree. Oh no, it's just Bob Saves, and he's probably all pimped out. I don't know. I'm 10 seconds. Lord help. Right where I'm is. Now I'm reloading this one. I'm not going out there. This little Zephyr, I mean, it's powerful if you're careful, but if you step in front of somebody, man, they will. Salt Licorice, man, come over here. You know I'm lonely for you. Oh my goodness, Doom Screen is up on the top. He's hiding up there. That's a. Oh, here he is. Okay. Got him. Oh, he's mad too. Doom Screen. He just got popped by. Did he have a Guardian? What do you want to be up there with a Guardian? You need to get in close on people and shut down their dang stuff. Oh no, help. I gotta run. This guy's coming to kill me, help. His intentions are not to my benefits of things. Yeah, good. Good, fast pace. Good, you stay right there. Fast pace. I got you. What is it? Salt Liquor's in front of something? Oh, that was scary. Here comes Doom Screen. I bet he's coming over here. He's like, man, I was on the best spot in the whole place, and you want to long arm me way up there? Well, dude, you walked over getting ready to shoot me, and you were shooting me. Shoot. Oh, Lord. You were ill-intentioned of my behind. Stop it. Good. Mathemagic. Awesome, brother. The Mirage is still alive, as they say on Speed Racer. Third place. Can't believe it. On the board. And that was totally, I did not want to go in there. I wanted to go in there with an Ares, not with a, and I got as many as Bob Saves. Can you believe that? Wow. Y'all need to stop, man. Sending those angry emoticons, man. It's not making you a better player getting mad at people. You go get your mommy to give you all those coins so you can buy those expensive miniguns and stuff. And you still can't beat people on an even playing field. You cannot do it. Anger does not help you win. Oh, dude. Hey, Blood Wolf, what's up? Thank you for signing on. The thing is my daughter wanted a Zephyr. She wanted a Zephyr. And really, I had that. I'm a sniper generally as a player. My configuration, which this is my configuration of choice, and I will explain it. And because I had my daughter changed the Zephyr out. It had 2 long arms on it because I was using it as a sniper with a whatchamajiggy. What do you call those things? The first one you get? Which I have. Oh, Autistic Bab? A girl! I got your vampirizationalizations coins. Yo. Okay. Is that a lock? You know, it's like when that Arc Torrent really, because some people miss like I'll get out. They cannot. Oh no. See, and this is why I don't like an Arc Torrent. All his whole magazine. Oh, see, and you dead. He talking about you dead. Oh yeah. You dead. That's a good name. Bro. Oh buddy, Macarena time. Listen, I really would like to get this guy. Somebody else got him. Oh. Hell White, you was back again in the same place too. Stop messing with me. I think people are starting to realize since this was a new level, a lot of people were not coming up here, I think. I was like, man, you're right in the middle of it. You can get really hit up here. You can, but you just got to be such an erase. Oh, see, he was trying to do that, and I'm stupid because I stepped over there. Paragon, that's right. Yeah, I should not have stepped over there. Okay, I like this place. Was it Benny? Thank you, man. My old see, and I did. That's okay. I just hit my space bar, and that's another slow reaction time thing. It's like I'm not in an Ares, right? I'm gonna hit the space bar because I'm in an Ares, and I gotta make my dang shield up so I don't get my dang armor down. Come on, buddy. Step down there. He's hitting me now. I don't like it. And what, I got 11 pulse protons left? Okay, I gotta hide. Help! Please don't kill me. I'll do anything you say. Yeah, focus on him. That's right. Focus on him. Good. Okay, now. Hey, friend, what's going on? How you doing? Oh, brother, man, see? Here come you dead, and you know he's mad at me already. Shoot him. Shoot him from behind. Okay, stop. Okay, let me just get him to unload his magazine. See him. You didn't get me. Ha! You did. See, I'm not going head to head with him with all that contraption on there and an Arc Torrent and stuff like that. He's going to take out... I do not have a single mech that can survive this, right? That's boring. But I will... Well, you know, I guess there's always room for improvement. And I would say, hey, Blood Wolf dude, I don't know if this is the first time you got on my stream, but I had like a mental complex about not playing this kind of game. And I actually worked in game development and computer animation for many, many years. Okay, all right, cool, yeah. It seems like I remember your name, but I don't remember your Macarena name. Did we add each other? I think we did. I'm trying to remember people. But, yeah, I know, yeah. I'm really, for the first time in my life, trying to take it seriously and learn how to do it. I have known people that really make big money. When I was working at Linden Lab, there was one guy that was making so much money in online game competitions. He just quit coming to work. It's like, I don't care. You guys suck. It's not worth my time. He was so dang good. What is that horrible stuff he pointed at me? Yeah, see, a minigun that does 224. That's like 250,000 damage. I might as well just not even touch my mouse. What is the point? 250,000 of damage in one magazine? Why are you even in here, squad dropper? That's so boring. I was interested though. My daughter, she's the one that picked the Zephyr. She was absolutely thrilled. She chose the paint job, and Ooch, I'm gonna get killed if I don't. Moon Man, can you give me a break? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm not messing with you. Come on, stay out my way. Come on. Child, I've had it. Oops. Up. He's still gonna kill me. I need to upgrade this thing, Zephyr. Man, that's hard. Come on, empty your magazine, boy. I'm with you now. Come on, get over there. That's right, you just stand right out there. Good job. All right. Now, yeah. Staying alive, staying alive. But as I said, she picked the Zephyr, and then she played it in a highly defensive one. As soon as she understood the capability of the pulse, oh God, help! Get me out of the way! I'm gonna die! Help! Three-finger Brunson. What is that? Charles Brunson? Child, I'm coming right back with my weakest Meg. That's one thing I'll do too. Well, okay, so she chose it. Let me talk about how she played it. Well, she would run in the 5 versus 5 death match, team match. She would run right towards the center and then hide behind something and pulse. And that would freeze everybody. She would stay completely undercover because she's scared, right, to jump out. She'd stay completely undercover and pulse, and then let her teammates, you know, she really used it effectively as a support mech. Man, look at this. How you want to shoot an MD? You know, I'm just trying to heal this world. See, I'm acting crazy and stuff, but I still. Oh, Soul Reaper! I remember, dude. Thanks. Thanks for reminding me, Soul Reaper. All right, reap us some souls today, bro. All right, let's see. But a couple of times, it's really, as a parent, when I see genuine, I mean, she cares about the other players. She's like, I'm very scared to go out here, but I'm gonna rush out here and I'm gonna hide to try and use my power to help my teammates, right? And I just have to feel I get choked up when I saw her do that. Humanitarian. This, and you may have heard me say this before. I never got an MD and started using an MD because I simply could not. It's just like instant death. And I'd go in the chat room and I'd type in, how do you play an MD? I can't play it. And I would leave sniper positions and we would just get totally slammed, and I was just like, I can't even do this. So I was not playing them. And it was my daughter. We went in and played with Nathan on a team. Oh, good. Swerve, I actually caught him. Hey, Swerve. Oh, buddy, old Swerve, pal. Oh, Mech Arena friend. Power Shower. Man, I hadn't seen you in a while. Maybe I did. I saw you yesterday. All right, come on. Somebody's... Yeah, okay, that's what I like. Yeah, that's what I need. A little... level me up, as it were, or whatever. But she is the one. She took the MD and put it into my hangar, and she said, we have to heal Nathan. We've got to go in and heal Nathan. Right? She was like, you know, she genuinely cared about this other Japanese robot. This maniacal instrument of destruction and trying to help. That's like I was moved. I have to say, I love to see some kind of humanitarian nationalism in this world. That's what we need. Power Shower. Thank you. I was hoping you would come out over there. You did cost me my shield, bro. But that's okay. Oh, you missed. You missed me. See, is that a lot? He seems to be getting some aim going. I'm just sick and tired of all this. Yeah, you go over there for a minute. Oops. Those things. Oh, he's still alive? Brother, man, he's scaring me. Dying. All right. Yeah, that's what you, yeah, I sort of try to get them maneuver their back over in front of somebody else's cannon for a minute. Bring them down a bit. That's what I love about a free-for-all. And I'm still kind of, I don't know how you feel, Soul Reaper, but I really like the 5-minute free-for-all. Go. Doc Robot is the fearsome, the deadly, the evil Doc Robot. Please don't kill me. Okay. That's an act. That's and I would say being analytical about humor and stuff is that it's a way. Like when you realize that being nervous or being afraid to die or whatever, it's like if it triggers an adrenaline response, it may not be what you need. Actually, adrenaline may not be what you need to survive. You need to actually keep a cool head and keep your head on straight, right? And but there is a tendency, like if you're biting your lip or whatever, to be like, oh man, I'm like, just walk away, Renee. You won't see me follow you back home. The empty sidewalks of our block are not the same. You're not to blame. Yes, you are. What you doing in here with that kind of firepower, man? You kill everybody on the dang field. It's not fair. And I don't know if you know about this, but I saw people shrieking about the squad dropping or whatever in the chat, saying that it's a way to cheat the game or game the system, and that they were talking about it may not be easy for them if they've coded the system to look at squad power, to pick up the squad power, and it's like they need to recode it in a way where it detects a squad power drop. There may be a lot of work involved in that. So it may not be able to happen. Oh, hey, how you doing, child? I don't know you, but you know, this is a game of children are on here, and I don't appreciate your nasty nameology that you got behind it. I don't like it. Somebody should report nasty name. Change your name. All right. So back to my thing about harnessing adrenaline response. One thing I do is like I just go with the flow of it. Like, oh, please don't do it. But I just let it flow and try to get back to being cool in my head. And a lot of times I'll come out, or I won't. But I think the footage is really funny. I had a friend of mine. I have an old guy I used to have a rock band with, and we played in the studio together. And what is he? Oh, and I'm shooting wild. Floodgate. Oh no, it's the fearsome Floodgate. I am scared now. Floodgate, please, don't long arm me, please. Floodgate, be mine. Floodgate, can you go pay attention to somebody else? Let me see if I can get you bored behind it. Come on, move over there, Floodgate. Yeah, that's good. Oh. Please, Floodgate, don't kill me. Floodgate, it's the fearsome Floodgate. I'm doomed. Oh, help, I'm gonna die, help. See, I'm doing it now. All right, he's distracted. Floodgate, how did you do that? Wait a minute, that's a collision mesh. Oh, Floodgate, man, what happened? You were distracted? I'm sorry. Oh no, now, oh, does it have to be this guy? Seething hate. The fearsome, deadly, evil, seething hate. No, please kill me. Please don't kill me. Oh, thanks. And here comes Ball Sacks, man. Ball Sacks. Say, hey, man, please don't. Oh. What has he got? He does, what, 41,400 points of damage. Yeah, I can withstand that. Not. Okay, I like to be down here. Look at this. Let's go test it. I want to go and see. Is there no collision mesh on this thing? Look at that. Oh no! How did he? Man, that was a. Did you see? You can see on the footage he went through that. His instance or whatever that was maybe it was a cull collision mesh. Sometimes your simulator when you're programming a game you generally use a physics simulator of some kind. Either the company wrote it or it's Havoc or there's different simulators out there. But there's actually a proxy mesh, which is a low resolution mesh that allows the physics collision computations to happen in a more efficient and stable way. And so a lot of simulators, before a simulation runs, is going to create an invisible version of the level that is doing all the physics calculations. That's a simplified mesh. And in the process of simplifying, an instance of a level may cull some of the collision mesh. And that's the only thing that I, how did he walk through that metal cabinet, right? That's on film, man. That's history, right? Why did that happen? Because when I walked my mech up to the front of it and tried to walk through the cabinet, it collided with me and stopped me. I don't know if I'm talking a little bit too much nonsense or whatever, but I was a game developer. I was not really a game player, and so I had to deal a lot with. I taught the Havoc physics simulator for game and computer animation, in particular the Autodesk implementation of it, which was known as Reactor. I taught that at university level for 3 or 4 years, even 5. Yeah, 5 years it was. All right. No tournament tickets. Blaze. Jonesing. Deathmatch Jones. Oh, grinding the. Okay, wait, what's that? User lock timeout update on partial user refresh. Put in even potential tokens added. Refreshable context queue.cs. Try get user 124. Game command. User lock timeout update on partial user refresh. Blah, 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 blah. Restart. Okay, my Macarena just crashed. But I'm leaving this up here in a, see, this is the thing. I don't like these modal dialogues because I can't select them. But I want it standing up here long enough so somebody that, a coder that can look at the code can get some benefit from this. So I'm going to leave it up here for a minute and then, okay, I'm going to restart Macarena. Bastion, man, I'm glad you're not coming and killing me with that Bastion business. I ain't got that to that level. I don't know. I hope I get there, but I have to budget the time. Like I'm only going to be able to be on here for a few more rounds, and then I got to go. But I'm like, it's like with anything. You want to play guitar, you think you're going to be a stage performer without ever even playing and stuff. It's not going to happen. You want to play the piano. Yeah, and I'm trying to demonstrate. I would like, and I've been a teacher in an elementary school for a long time, so I would like. I know a lot of my kids are gaming all the time, and eventually, I think some of them will go, "Oh, there's Mr. McBride. There's Mr. Schwartzinger." And listen to what I have to say to them, because I had a kid in my last year. He's like, "I'm not going to be an engineer anymore. I'm going to be a coder," right? And he had been, and I could tell he was big into Prodigy and stuff like that, and he was gonna. I could tell that he was going to end up. He was looking for ways to make gaming a career, which you can do that, but you're a little bit vulnerable with coding because big company CEOs and leadership and stuff, of course, if they can have that done in a Thailand sweatshop, the coding. Oh, you got a mad upgrade. Okay, I gotta check you out. Okay, I gotta write this down because with my attention deficit, I will never remember to go over there. Let's see, I ain't even got a pen. Oh yeah, I do. Got a pen on the table. But yeah, I had my best math student. Absolute best. The only one in the entire 900 kids of the whole building that ever asked me interesting questions about division by zero. Oh man, I'm so glad. I'm trying to. This is one thing too. Like I have a math degree and I can go and teach and get 55. I guess I get 55,000 down here doing that. But the schools I was in, I just, dang it, I was like, I'm fed up with it. And a lot of my kids are out here playing games, right? And I have never done this, right? But I'm trying to learn, and I hope people will see how to play with, if I can teach people how to make it more fun and laugh, and to die gracefully and stuff, and know your level and stuff, and make jokes and stuff, and enjoy it. It's not healthy to get out here always being in a state of rage on these games, and it doesn't help you be a better player. And I always make the example of Jeff Johnson at Georgia State University. This guy on Quake, this is like, man, probably by a lot of people were not born. This is like 1995, 96, 97. This guy, Jeff Johnson, he's probably retired now, but he played Quake. I mean, you could not see the man. It would be like you were killed by Jeff Johnson, and there's flash by Jeff Johnson killed you, Jeff Johnson, Jeff Johnson, and it's like he would just. But he was not angry. He was not. He was just totally chill. Blah, 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 blah. Like that guy that. I was like, Jeff Johnson should have been named I Type You Die. But some other guy's named on Macarena as I Type. See, my Macarena is dead. It won't start. I get ready to kill it and restart it. But I gotta write down Soul Reaper before I attention deficit. I gotta go see his hanger, see what he upgraded to. Yeah, all right. So I could be jealous. No, I won't be jealous. I just, I'm like, I don't have that, and I do not have the money to buy it. So I just have to try my best to be a good player, and okay, I'm gonna go and check out your stuff, and I hope it's not just a market. I hope you did enjoy my streams and were just teasing me with some marketing scam. Okay, but that is funny if you were, because I have fell for it. All right. I'm trying to make my streams funny and good and helpful. And what is it? I was saying earlier, I'm restarting Macarena now, but I went to a studio where I jammed with a guy I've been playing music with for years, and I wanted to check my audio in the studio. I wanted to see what it sounded like on his big audio system. And so we turned on my stream, and it was, first of all, I was hungover, right? And I was like, do I want to go into a death match? They're gonna tear me up, right? And then in fact, when I did, it was a bunch of squad droppers in there, and people were just tearing me up. But my friend was like, I was like, okay, you can turn it off. He was like, oh no, it's just a few minutes. And he kept turning it back on and watching it. I was like, well, I just wanted to check the audio. I don't want to use up our studio time watching this crap. He's like, oh no, we'll just watch it for a few more minutes. We'll just watch it for a few more minutes. And we watched it for 15 minutes, and he was, yeah. And I was losing, but I was losing in an extremely hilarious manner, right? Which you can do. And I think, sometimes. Also you get in ruts where you got to try you need to try something different. Oh, here comes Supernatural. Hold on. I gotta, Supernatural is here. I gotta play a game with Supernatural. Okay, Supernatural, hurry. He's in a battle right now. I've been trying to play with this guy. We got into this Supernatural guy. Okay, I'm gonna go right now and do it. Hold on, let me go to. I gotta go to how you do this thing behind it. I gotta get on here, and it's oh no, Soul Reaper. Where is? There you is. All right, I'm coming in your hangar, brother. Oh Lord. Oh, I'm scared, man. Please don't kill me. I don't even think if I would get at your level now with this, I don't think the system is going to pair us up against each other. All those miniguns and the disc launcher, yeah, and arc torrents and missile racks. God almighty help. Please, oh God. Okay. You still got some way to go to bring that up. Let's see. Rank 3. So 10 seconds. That's one of those long reload times, man. 10 seconds. Ooh. Damage per shot. This is why I hate oh, it's not Arc Torrent, it's an EM rifle, right? I hate being matched against this because this, all right, you know, it's like you kill me with one shot from this, right? I cannot escape it. I reload my next mag, and you have, let's see, what is and reload speed 5 seconds? Oh God. Ah. That's not actual damage without the buff. It actually does 53. Ah, 53,000. Nothing in my hangar has that 53,000. Not a single thing do I have has 53,000 HP, man. So I'm just dead, man. Everything lined me up. I just sit here. I will, you know, put my hands up like this, right? And you can just nucleonize and vaporize until I'm out of the game. Because I would be better off watching the gameplay with people that maybe have a chance of surviving against that. Okay, here's Supernatural, so I'm going to accept. All right. Supernatural actually played really well with me. Well, okay, there was like one time we were in 2 versus 2 together, and there was one time, you know, a couple of squad jumping maniacs came in there, and they were killing me left and right, and they really smashed him. He was down quick. But the whole rest of the 2 versus 2, he did really well. I think it's important, and you'll see one of the ways that, you know, like I would like to have live real-time communication. Okay. I got to chat with him, Annie. Okay. All right. And I talked with the. Oh wait a second. By the way, an implant of a purple reload for an EM rifle is 1 away from full, so reload is like 3.5 seconds. An EM rifle that does, what did you say, 53,000, right? And reloads in 3 seconds? No, I can't. Okay, I gotta pay attention. I don't know this Cujo man now. Scared of him. Cujo, and I have not played on this level for a long time, so I'm about to screw up. You need to watch it. Where they is, come on. Good. Mr. 111111111111111 2. Ouch! RPGs! Stop! And see, I'm standing out there in front of... Ouch! Don't jump. Oh, what is that? Horrors. Good job, man. And you want to get mad, your shield was hanging out there, buddy, for a long time. Before you even came around the corner, I took out most of your shield by hitting dead on it. And I would say you should be 90 degrees. Like, when you're getting ready to jump out like that, don't hang your shield out around the corner like that. Right? Like mine is hanging out right now because he's about to die. Because the thing is while you're walking around the corner, and now my internet wants to go out in the middle. Okay. You see, and that was an example. He was not in a position, I don't think, right then to hit my mech. But he was in a position to hit my wide shield, and he did, and one hit, it was gone. So the next time I was exposed, ooh, don't you stick those down. Robotic, psychotic things out here. These guys are tough. Okay, I think I know what you're gonna do. Yes, you did. All right. You did not take me down one time. No equipment loss. Okay. So, like, yeah, being 90 degrees. Think about keeping your shield protected so it can't get hit. Don't ignore your shield. That's part of you. And see, he's looking at me. Oh, I got you. Where's that other guy? Oh, Supernatural, you already killed him? What you got? Ooh, he got that horror monster thing. Oh, man, don't you send me those mean looks, Mr. Wah 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 2. What is your name? Sound like somebody crying. Wah 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 wah. 111111111. Oh, stop it. That is so annoyance. Cujo, man, thank you. That was my... Dang it, I wasted some machine gun shells. That's slow reaction time, you know, because my mind is going... My mind is telling me, don't fire the machine gun. It's occluded, it's blocked by that brick wall, you're wasting it. And yet, my finger is not coming up. And that's an example of, you know, there's some time, some reaction time, and that's one of the things I argue about the benefit of these games. It's like playing the piano. You know, you gotta, your fingers on a piano has got to be in the right place at the right time. You can't be thinking about, I need to put it there. It's got to be there. Oh, you mad again? Y'all are doomed, man. And I would advise to you, if you ever watch yourself, Mr. Wah 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 2. If you ever watch yourself on stream, you do not have time to be sending angry emoticons to people, right? You should be working on, it's like your focus is in the wrong place. You should be working on playing better and not being angry at people. And yeah, just as a matter of, you know, just plain mental health. When you're playing these games. I got on chat one morning and somebody said, oh, such and such, and they give the person's real name out. They were on the chat and they were like, he committed suicide this morning. And you know what happened? In the chat, and then they gave the Macarena name, right? So the guy had a Macarena name, somebody knew his real name. And it said both of them. And a bunch of people in a chat room with 300 people were like, good, I hate that guy, you know? It's like, man, this guy had to be messed up. Parents, do you know where your children are? Oh yeah, they're up in the bedroom playing Macarena. Maybe they are. Maybe they jumped out the window because they were so messed up in their mind. You know, yeah, guys, y'all need to be careful about your mental health, man. And this stuff. Learn how to not take stuff so seriously. Laugh at things. Enjoy life. Life is too short to be angry, right? And I actually asked a police officer, I was like, what should you do when somebody killed themselves and everybody's laughing about it or whatever? And the police officer was like, well, not much you can do. He was like, the only thing, you can make a police report about what happened, and in the event that there's people involved that happen to be working on something that's related. Good shot, Wretched Laurent. Or not Wretched Laurent. Is who? I was killed by who? Your killer is who? Your killer is who? What? Alright, die. You must die. Please don't kill me, Wretched Laurent. I'm a friendly mate. Oh, they're beating us. Supernatural, be careful. Don't let these malignant Moronicons mess us up. Don't let them get you. Oh, this is Rojo Snowglow. Oh, so yeah, I'm not with what's his name anymore. Well, at least we won one together. I need to get out and go somewhere because I've got an appointment. I'm ashamed to say at Temple. I'm trying to observe Sabbath. I am. Because I was trying to not attention deficit talking about dopamine detox, but science is showing, now that we should observe the Sabbath. Right? Science is showing that we need something called dopamine detox, right, to make ourselves more effective. I need me some 2 versus 2 detox or something. I know you want to come. You're right there. Oops, dang it. There you go. I try to. Oh no, I hear me. Dang. Arc Torrent. I hate that. Or EM Rifle, whatever it is. Help! I hate that sound. Oh, shit. Dang it. Oh, there you go. I hit your leg. Don't let him come after me. Who is who coming after you? Is who? See, I'm taking his shield down. You see that I popped his shield down a little bit. So when he comes to me face to face, his shield is popped down a little bit. Oh no. Why is 2 people? Rojo Snowglow, are you doing the work over there? Stay on top of things? Alright, I'm dead. Is who? Your killer is who? We got on the board, Rojo Snowglow. We did. Actually, yeah, stay in team. Okay, I'm gonna stay in the team. Reload 3.5 seconds. I cannot withstand that. Bloodwolf, I'm wondering, do you get matched against that kind of firepower more now? Do you observe that? Because theoretically that's the way the game should work. When people have that kind of firepower and that kind of armor or whatever, they should be matched with people more comparable, right? Because otherwise it's just boring. I mean, I'm just like, I see this guy coming, and I just do like this. I'm like, why should I even struggle? That 53, I got several mechs that could be killed twice by one shot. Dang it, I should have dropped out, because I got to get ready to go. Try to go to temple. And pray. I need to pray, man. God help. Please, God help. This world messed up. I'm telling you. Oh, what? Oh, you boring. No, I'm just going to stand here. What else? Well, maybe I can kill him. Ouch. You know, Balthazar, I don't like that name. Jewish. What am I gonna run in here? Okay, I'm gonna get my weakest smack. Because I need to find how to survive. That's one of the reasons a bad reason that I do this, like I go and I look at what is the weakest thing that I've got, is I'm like, really sensibly, it's interesting to try to be able to survive when you don't have a chance. But another reason that I like to choose my weakest map is it is in fact more satisfying when you manage to win with it. Ouch. Do you mind chiming? Little hidden in tears. Balthazar. Jewish people don't like that name. I'm on a Belshazzar. Come on over here, Belshazzar. I'm gonna belt your jar. Whoa. Ha, you didn't kill me. It's Rocket Boy, man. Dang. See, I should have had him. Slow reaction time. I have to make that observation that, you know, my mind was going, now. And my finger would not do it. You jerk. Oh, what are you doing there? The peppermint twist? Fairy. Pansy. What a pansy. No, I deserve to die. I know this guy has a surge. And I did not hit spacebar. That's the thing, you know, my thumb was going for that spacebar, like either I'm on an Ares or I need to heal because I'm an MD. There's also the MD reaction. Dang it. See, he got the drop on me there because I was attention deficitalization is what it was. Now this is probably my next weakest mech. Where y'all is? Come here. What is it, Zeus? I don't like that name either. I belted your czar, Belshazzar. Yeah, that's a Babylonian. No, we don't like that because they you know, Nebuchadnezzar first in history. Nebuchadnezzar came and overthrew all the Huns. Oh, good. I enjoyed that. Still lost, but I love to take out that's one of the things about jumping in with the weakest mech kind of thing is like, here's a guy with a surge. Wasn't that the surge he popped around the corner with? and I EMP'd him and then destroyed his mech, even though we lost. But I've got to leave the team because I've got to go. Go to Temple. All right, so thanks for tuning in, and Soul Reaper, man, I don't know what to do. I wish we could stream together and stuff. And I would like, but I don't. It's like we shouldn't be against each other because that's kind of, you're just gonna torch my behind so quick. But at the same time, if you got a stream, man, send me send me your Twitch stream. I'd like to see your videos of your combat scenes or whatever. Right? And I want to, I really, what I don't get that I would like to get more is live cockpit communications. I know a lot of these kids that they've got money and they can buy the stream service where, 5 of them are all in live communication at the moment that combat is going on. I think that's cool, but I ain't got the money to do it right now. But I know it should be a way to do collab cam where you can co-stream, like at least from Streamlabs, you put a collab cam in there, and then the guy that's streaming sends you a link, and then to the collab cam page, you can send your webcam, and you can also send your audio, and you can also send your screen share. So theoretically, there could be a collab cam layout that has both Mech Arena view frustums, and both webcams or avatars, however you're displaying. I don't know if you prefer to use. Do you prefer to use an avatar and not show your real face online? I think that's totally reasonable, because I do that too. Sometimes I just. But it was just like it happened to be like a matter of course with the company that I was working for. We just always appear in the form of an avatar, and there was just no occasion to show your webcam. But I'm trying to figure those things out and do them better. But anyway, message me, and I'll come back in the afternoon and try to get back online, because I'm a sinner. I'm nothing.